Hello again, and just another quick video. Let's start off this project. What you see in front of you is the remains of a Chinese Klon Centaur kit. Now, we've got the rest of the kit here. Let me just open it up. And as you see, it's built up. But to be quite honest, because of the quality of the board and the component quality, it just didn't do what it should do. And I've traced it down to at least one of these ICs, and the diodes are a little bit too fragile. The Chinese-made ones aren't anywhere near as good as some of the older diodes. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically junking this board, and I'm just going to use the box and to build it up. Instead of using that great big circuit board in there, I'm going to go with one of these and one of these. Now let me get this out of the bag and we'll show you what we've got here. So, this is actually an MKC3 PCB from guitarpcb.com, and as with all of Barry's boards, I'll say this, and I've said this before, they're excellent quality. They really are well made, and the designs are great, and they sound good too. The other thing that is quite good is that you can download the full build instructions and print them off like I do, and you can go through all of the options, and there's so much information supplied with each of his boards, not just the basic information, but you know, about wiring sockets, about wiring the jacks, how to fit the parts. This is for the older circuit board. This is the new one, in which is the version I've got there, and is on the front panel. And basically the information is so much better. Now, they're not sold as a complete kit from Barry. If you buy from guitarpcb.com, you will get bare boards, and you know, that's fine by me. I personally have stocks of components which I will be populating the boards with, so that's not an issue. Also, because of the size of this board, I'm not actually worried about fitting it into this enclosure. As you see, this should fit pretty much anywhere with so much extra space available that it's not going to be a problem. Now, this is another one of Barry's boards, and basically it's just a backing to a triple pole, triple throw switch, and it makes the wiring so much cleaner, rather than have individual cables going from here to there to there to there to there. This actually will work as a straight on-off switch, true bypass, and again, an excellent quality board, and I've got to say the price is very, very good as well. No issues at all with any of Barry's boards. What I'll do is I'll quickly zoom in, see if we can get a focus on that, and move them a little bit over. And as you see, you know, everything is screen printed, everything is through-hole plated. Just the whole quality of this, it beats a lot of the Chinese stuff hands down. So can't recommend it highly enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build up this board, and from there we shall see how it sounds. Hope you enjoy the video. Let's carry on, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. this is the final part of the video for the MKC3, the Klon Alike substitute. It's not a clone of the original circuit. It is a style of circuit which has a similar sound to the original, and in a much smaller format with a much more modifiable circuit board, obviously. As you can see, I've routed my wiring for input and output round the edge. I have my stereo gain control here. I have the fat boost switch here just underneath the output jack. DC input going to the tone pot, and here's the volume pot just at this end. And in a few moments I shall show you the oscilloscope traces. I shall set up the other camera, and hopefully we can overlay some pictures. And then last part of the video will be a test and demonstration to see just how it sounds. So stick with it, and hopefully we'll have a working video for you that you might find interesting. Bye for now. Okay, so here we have the circuit built, and at the moment I've actually used some, let's have a look what they are, NR4558 op amps instead of the original TL072s, because that were the first ones that came to hand. And I'm going to turn the box over. The setup here, obviously we've got no knobs on at the moment. Your on-off switch, which goes between red and green. Yes, it is. Is it grey? Yeah. It was green a moment ago. You've got your input here, which is coming straight from the signal generator, which is currently set to a frequency of 440 Hz, which is standard tuning A. You've got your power in, and you've got the oscilloscope connected to the output. At the moment the gain is all the way down, treble's all the way down, and the output volume is, let's say that the output volume is at maximum. So as you see, with the circuit on, you can have a very nice clean signal with the gain circuit off, and with the ultra boost now off, and compare that to the signal level of the complete true bypass. You are actually going to sort of, let me count the divisions there. It's 1 volt per division, so that's about 200 millivolts of signal in. With just the ultra boost on, it goes to 2 volts, so it's quite a large increase in signal, bearing in mind that the gain control, and if I bring the thing closer into shot, the gain control is still at 0. The fat boost does make a difference. As you see, you get again slightly more of a boost of a signal there. And then if we start with the treble, you can allow more frequency to pass, which again is giving you a slight increase in volume. In fact, quite a significant increase in volume, almost double the signal output. Again, bearing in mind the output is on maximum, and then you can increase the gain, and once you start increasing the gain to about that point, you now start to get the clipping on the bottom and at the top of the signal. It no longer becomes a perfect sine wave, and as you carry on, you now lose the top end completely, which should bring you right into fuzz territory. And again, that is set now to maximum, and that is with the fat boost modification in there as well, giving you a very, very distorted waveform, an extremely fuzzy fuzz. If you roll off the volume, you can keep that fuzziness right down, so that depending on where your amp breaks up, you get a different level of output. But the obvious one to roll off is your gain. And as you roll off the gain, it cleans up the signal quite nicely. And again, you set your treble to where you like, and even with all of the boosts enabled, as you see, even with all of the boosts enabled, you can roll back to a clean signal and then just go straight in from that to a very loud clean signal. Now that should be enough to send any valve amplifier into certainly preamp breakup, if not final drive breakup. So that's the oscilloscope measurements and tests. And as you see, we're just changing the treble, changes the slope of the attack there. Again, take the fat boost off. We can bring it just solely up on gain, and it starts to distort by rounding off that first corner. Take the fat boost out, and there we go. And you can go to a very clean overdrive or a very clean drive signal, which means that even if you prefer playing clean, this should bring a headroom, the headroom of the amp, right down, get it into the point where the tubes are actually doing the breakup, and give you a really, really nice warm valve breakup sound. So the only thing left to do is to, for me anyway, is to find a child and get them to get a guitar and actually plug it in and play with the pedal and see what it sounds like. So we'll be with you soon once I find said child and get set up for recording an amplifier. Thanks very much for watching so far. Here we'll go into the guitar bit. Bye for now.